So in the Bible, Psalm 124 says, "Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken and we are escaped." Now, I would argue that those who come to witchcraft from Christianity and do truly deconstruct, those are the ones who've escaped the cage and become the fiercest flyers. Even though Christians have a ton of challenges when it comes to deconstructing, they also have some advantages over witches who were never brought up in Christianity or don't know it at all, because they understand the structure that they are detaching from. They understand the guilt loops, they understand the rules, they understand the shame, the spiritual gaslighting, and they have that freedom. And when they are free of those chains, they're so much happier outside of it and so much more grateful and so much more invested in their practice. They can also help others in the community deconstruct. They can spot manipulation really easily. They're not just letting go of old beliefs. They're not just burning old beliefs. They understand the blueprints of the beliefs and the structure so that they can then reform their own beliefs. I also think deconstructing Christians have a really good fluency in language of divine connection and divine spirits. They know what it's like to worship a God and love a God and maybe connect individually with a God, and that's important. Long before they came to witchcraft, they've spent years thinking about invisible, unseen forces, whether they admit it or not. Also really, really sensitive in our community to cult-like behavior. They can sense danger there. They also get to choose their new family, their new spiritual family, and they are so, so protective of them, because when you come out of something that is like prison and you are suddenly free and you can choose everything that you want to do in your life and everybody that you want to be around you, you guard it fiercely. Also, I would argue that they are incredible alchemists, because while we look at deconstructing as just tearing something down, tearing away old beliefs, what they're really doing is they're taking those old beliefs and they are changing them, they are transmuting them, they are changing the substance of them. Turn their trauma into teachings. They can repurpose sacred symbols into their new path. And they're pros at using scripture for spell work. So while, yes, they do have a lot of challenges to overcome and they do have a lot of deconstructing to do, they're constructing new things as they do it. And I think that that gives them a lot of strength, and I admire that. And I think that they have a lot of power in what they're doing, what they've lived through, and what they've experienced.